Hi, welcome to Neighborhood News. I'm Nicole Sylvia, here with Carlos Caesar.
Hi, John. How are you today?
Good, good.
And we're back again. It's Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. We're back on Channel 95, and we have one more show for you tonight. And I would like to welcome the Portuguese community, like I do on every Tuesday night. Sejam bem-vindos a mais programa das suas notícias da sua vizinhança. Nós, é terça-feira novamente, 7 horas da noite, nós estamos em estúdio novamente para fazer mais programa de notícias para si. Hoje, e como acontece todas as semanas, temos alguém em estúdio conosco.
Okay,
John?
Great.
I know you understand everything I said.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Carlos, I just wanted to start out at our last show. We had Julia and Kelly, but at the beginning of that show, I was talking about the petition that was put in, or was being put in on Brayton Avenue to build a commercial building with a drive-through. The developer, Mr. Donovan, has taken that petition back. Basically, they are going to be putting in a new petition to build 8 single-family homes, which is great. What happened was there was a little bit of hubbub with this, and our neighborhood group, Niagara, met with Maplewood neighborhood group, and we actually had a meeting with Mr. Donovan and told them our concerns about that area. One, the drive-through creating more noise on that road. And the makeup of that area is a 2-family area and single-family houses. So this all just goes to show, Carlos, that I had a few people during that situation saying that we can't do anything.
Yes.
And we can if we speak. Yes. And I think when you do get up there and people know that this is not something that you want in your neighborhood, and you give them an explanation as to why you think that it's going to affect your neighborhood, people are willing to listen. So I think it's a good thing.
It works in most of the cases because, and most of the cases it happens because we're talking to local people. Yeah. So that's one of the things that it's good about our neighborhoods, when the investors are really next door neighbors, because they understand, they live around us, and they understand our neighborhoods, and it's a perfect case that let's keep it local. It's plenty of people in the city that wants to invest and works well, and that's a proof of that. Yeah. Yeah. And again, 2 neighborhoods coming together and join hands and showing that and talking makes that work.
Yeah. And it was great. Mr. Donovan, stand-up guy, was willing to listen to us and listen to our concerns. So it did. It worked out. And again, I think it all goes back to sometimes we become negative and don't think that we can change things, but we can change things, and we can change things for the better for all of us. So I think this situation worked out positive for everybody. So.
And like he's involved on the neighborhoods downtown, the son is involved on the Flint. Last year he was part of the members, the directors, on the Flint neighborhood. Great. So they are out there and they know the needs of the investment, and they know the needs and the concerns of the neighborhoods. Yep. So that's very good. But again, things happen when we have communication. Exactly. If was never, if somebody didn't put that foot and did that first step.
Exactly.
To try to get together and talk and have a good communication. Yep. A good meeting, that's what comes out.
Yep, no, it was great. It was great. Another thing real quick on our neighborhood, which was very positive, is we created the Niagara Pride and Property Award. And basically what that is we have our boards of directors go around the neighborhood, and if there's a property that's in really decent shape, people are cleaning the sidewalks, they're planting flowers, keeping the property up, we're giving them a $25 gift card. We're putting their picture in the paper on Facebook and also the paper. And basically that appeared on our Facebook page and also the paper. The winner of our first contest was Mr. and Mrs. Silver of 52 Brayton Avenue. Beautiful gambrel. They keep the property immaculate. The sidewalks, you could eat off the gutters. And that's what we're looking for, to instill pride back in our neighborhood. And the funny part is we started this in March, but for the month of June, July, and August, how this came about was back in September, I was out in California, in Southern California, Orange County, and I was reading their local newspaper. Santa Ana, California had this contest. They called it Beautiful Property Award, but they did this, and this is where it kind of came from. I asked our board of directors if they'd be willing to implement that, and they did. So I have to say, when we went there, one of the owners, the wife, was very excited, said we made her weekend, and she said she's going to come to our next meeting. So I was even talking to my wife, if we could get a new member out of this is great.
Yes.
So it was just a really positive thing, and I know, I believe St. Anne's neighborhood is going to take off with this, and I believe the Highlands, I thought they were going to be implementing this too. So it'd be great if everybody could pop, jump along
for
on
the
it.
past 5 years, what we've been doing on the Flint neighborhood, it's the same kind of idea, but we take a pride on Christmas time.
Okay, cool.
Because a lot of people love to decorate the homes for Christmas. And it looks beautiful when you drive around the neighborhood and you see all the yards, bright.
So you're not creating a National Lampoon's Christmas, are we?
No, no. But it's something that we like to do, and we give a prize to people that decorate and usually we do that on the same weekend that we do the Christmas carols on Pleasant Street.
Cool.
I believe it's the week after the downtown Christmas parade.
Okay, excellent.
It's the first weekend. The parade is on the first weekend. On the second weekend, we do the Christmas carols, which we reveal the windows decorations, the business. We do a separate contest to the windows, the best decorated window for Christmas. So
see, you already had it. You were ahead of us, and we didn't know.
No, I mean we've been involved in. Myself, I've been involved on the neighborhood for a long time, without the title of president.
Yeah.
I just got the seat couple of years ago, but I've been around for a long time, trying to help whoever was in charge of the neighborhoods. And I mean, our banners are up now probably for 7 years, and they're still standing.
Good.
Out there. Sometimes I have a phone call, somebody calls me, hey Carlos, I found a banner on the ground, so I have to bring it back to the city, and they hang it back up again. But I mean, it is, and I'm glad and I'm happy that this is going on now all around the city. Every neighborhood is stepping forward and trying to do stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's really nice.
And I'll just mention one other thing. I didn't get to go. You probably saw it on Facebook. St. Anne's neighborhood had their movie night, and it actually looked like it went well. They had folks there dressed in Star Wars costumes, and if anybody read the Herald News the other day, they probably saw. I think Paul De Silva was there with Darth Vader, so so it looked like it was pretty successful. So, like you said, another thing that's adding to some positive here.
And again, congratulations to St. Anne's for the job they're doing for the neighborhoods, and the fundraisers keep going for the playground, and we will announce it every time, like we promised Pam. We will announce it if we get the information. We will announce it to have the people involved for those projects.
Well, we can introduce Nicole now, so she's not sitting here.
Hi, Nicole.
Quiet.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Nicole is my daughter, but Nicole is also the secretary for Niagara Neighborhood Association. So we'll ask you, how do you like being involved as a young person in the association?
I love being involved. I love helping my neighborhood, and I love the whole political process. And like I said, I love Niagara, so I like getting involved and doing cleanups. And I mean, I have big shoes to fill with my father. He's way ahead of me.
Yes.
Between the tree planting and cleanups.
Well, why don't you talk about, we just had a cleanup real quick, and it was great that you and Anthony were there when we were mulching the trees. We planted some flowers there. These two guys were really helping out. We had a couple older people like myself, but we had the two young ones there, so they were going to town with it.
It was me and Anthony.
Yeah.
And we did most of the mulching. The city brought it with the trucks. And then we had the other section that we planted some flowers. So the mulch needed to be done to help the trees to thrive even more. And the trees look really good on Brayton Avenue. Probably some of the best in the city. So.
And how are you guys getting the flowers for your neighborhood?
We actually, I know Helen Rigo, who is on our committee, got some donated, and we just bought some, So, with anything with this, it's maintaining it. So, it was great. We all did that, but now it's to get back there and water those too. So that's another thing to keep on watering. So that's what I try to tell folks in our neighborhood group, that when we get these things, we need to have someone that's going to be watering these things too and maintaining these things. So, but it was good. Helen, Helen Rigo.
Oh yeah, I know.
On our committee, she got some stuff, and
she got stuff done.
She's actually our VP. She's our vice
VP,
president.
Yeah, and she's going to be on this show in the near future. But she got some. Actually, one of the things in Pulaski Park, the monument was redone, but you really couldn't see it. And I'm going to give kudos to Helen on this. She ended up just pretty much asking the city, probably nonstop, and they actually got this redone, fixed so you can actually see it a little bit better. But I think the method behind the madness for her too was that people were constantly asking her when she went to the park night and day. So I think she was tired of hearing that from them. So she was on somebody else too. Yes. So it worked out. But
so how's the park? That's the park that the Niagara adopted.
Yeah, Pulaski Park is the park that Niagara adopted.
So what was done after the
they redid
adoption?
all the equipment. They put how many trees? You remember? A couple of trees.
Yeah, there's a couple of trees. The playground equipment.
They did the playground equipment and
monument.
Monument.
Yeah, they were waiting on some
With
park
the
benches
flagpole.
now, and the flagpole, which was great. We got a flag donated. I believe State Rep Kevin Aguirre donated the flag for us. The city gave us the flagpole. Now we're just waiting for the benches, but I know Helen's on top of that too. She's been asking. So we know
stuff
she can
done,
handle.
ask Ellen.
So she's home during the day, so it's easier for her to do that stuff. So it's worked out. But
talking about parks, now I'm gonna use a couple of minutes. Our presentation for our facelift, I call it a facelift of our park, is going to be done this month. It's going to be presented by Alan Lima on our meeting this month. Excellent. And he did the whole design of the park. Wow. On that project it is a big project. Yep. Because we're going to have all the fence painting. We're going to remove the steps that are really, really bad shape. We're going to remove the steps. We're going to put some planting along the sides of the steps. Excellent. Wow. Adding a couple of benches so people can sit. It's big trees there, so it's nice. Nice, yeah. Down on the end of the steps, which a lot of people don't even know that those steps there, because with so many trees, nobody who's to take that
Going down, yeah.
into the park. So we're going to create area dedicated to our vets from our neighborhoods, which we want to put their names there, and will be our spot to do the celebrations when we need to do something for our vets. The flagpole, we're going to remove it from, because it's not working right now and it's sitting all the way on the back on the field, which nobody sees it. Yeah. So we're going to remove it to be to get on that monument area. Then we're going to bring back the basketball courts. We have 2 basketball courts. We're going to have to reseal and paint it over again, bring the hoops back. One of the 2, we're going to adapt it for volleyball. So we will have 2 different there. We have on the park 2 big trees right after the courts. So we're going to put there a picnic area. Then we have a nice landscape there. And we're going to try to do a water playground with a couple of sprinklers or any kind of toy that kids can, so we could attract kids there and keep them cool on a summer day. So it is a big project that, but because we're not putting anything new, we're just moving things around and just painting. I call it a facelift.
So when do you think that's going to be done?
We want to start this fall, because now that the plans are done and Al's gonna reveal them on the next meeting. Our next project's gonna be we will sit down with Ken Pacheco and go over the numbers. Because I want the 2 numbers. I want the number if we have to pay for everybody to put that project together. Yeah. And I want another number that will show us using volunteers and using donations from business, how much we can get to save.
Okay, excellent.
On that project. That's what we're doing. Then that project's going to be presented to the park committee.
Okay, great.
So they know, and they're on the same step with us, even that we are doing the project, but we want them to know about the project. And then we're going to start work on a park.
Excellent, excellent.
So that's why I say probably in a couple of months we could start see things going.
Great.
So it's always good news.
Yeah, no, that's good, and I think it all goes back to the Park Advocates Group was another one that started some of this, and getting the neighborhoods involved to adopt some of these playgrounds and parks to advocate for it. So that's great that you guys are doing that. That's excellent.
Okay, let me fund this couple minutes to talk about the bio park.
Yep, sure. Go ahead. You just had a trip
reserve.
There, right? Yeah, the bioreserve.
Bioreserve.
Yeah. Sure.
We had two trips there. Yep. Even today, I got a call because still flyers out there, and somebody called me today and told me, Carlos, I miss it, but I really want to go again. Yeah. And cool. I think we should and probably put another trip together. Yep. Because the day we went was really hot. Okay. It was a hot day, but it's beautiful out there. Yep. And I want people to enjoy this trip. One thing that I noticed, and when I was interviewed by a government channel, and I mentioned, was when we left the parking lot of the bottle ship, the park was full of cars. Families with kids bringing the kids to the bottle ship. Yeah. And I told them, what nice will be to have these people going on this trip. Yeah. Give them a free
exactly.
trolley ride and we'll take them an hour and bring them on the woods.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful out there, and I think that's something probably some idea that the city could, you know, really use it. And like you mentioned a couple of shows ago, how many people, we don't realize, but how many people visit Fall River.
Yeah, there are, and I mean, I think it's just the city's going to have to get on board with this. I don't know what it's going to cost or what it's going to entail, but you know, you saw when you went down there, there are people from Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey that are bringing their kids to camp there. They go camping, and the next day they get up and they leave. Where if there was something here to do on the waterfront, then maybe we could get some of those dollars. And with anything, this is something that's going to help the neighborhoods, because it's going to have some kind of relief. It's going to take some, or give us some relief, the taxpayers here, if we can get some kind of economic development moving down there. You know, so maybe I'm confident. I know a lot of people don't believe this, but with this carts, maybe this is going to be that thing that's going to push it over. Because I think if you have just these carts down there and they see that people can make money with this stuff, maybe this will start pushing that. But there's with that, you know, with the trips that you had, there's a lot of stuff to do here in Fall River. I know not only, you know, you had that trip. Green Futures is another organization, a nonprofit here. I've actually gone on walks of the Copacabana Tower, went up to the top of that and took a tour around there. And this is all free. You don't even think you're in Fall River when you go out there. It's really, really nice.
I just think that probably if we could tag it to, if we tag to those parents.
Yep.
You know, tomorrow when you come to pick up your kid, we were going to take you on this ride.
Yeah.
So when they go, that goes together with that package, you know, when it's presented to the parents, is your kid's going to sleep over, but the next day you have a trip with your kid.
Yeah.
And that's when we have the trolleys there, and we bring them around the city, and we bring them to places like this bioreserve.
Yeah.
You know, my daughters went, and we had a lot of kids, and I enjoyed going on the tour with the kids, because they have all questions. You don't have to ask anything.
Yeah.
They will ask it for you.
Yeah.
And it's really nice how much we learned on a trip like this.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. I believe that will be the video. It's already on YouTube. I believe I already posted on my Facebook.
Cool.
If people want to watch it, it's
excellent.
It just shows a little bit what we saw.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a lot of, Nicole and I went on one at night with, I think it was Green Futures, and they took us on a tour, and we actually heard coyotes there. You know, and they were pretty, you could tell they were close, and then, you know, and they were getting, then they ran away, but there was like, this is Fall River. You don't believe it only takes 10 minutes to get out there. So it is excellent.
Bioreserve is one of the hidden and greatest assets that we have as a city, and we need to utilize that more than what we currently do, you know.
And it's so much history that that you see, even on the land. He talks a lot about the history, and how, like he said in one area next to the river, he said, we standing on the center of Fall River.
Yep.
So that's the point of that centers Fall River. It's right here where we're standing, and you look around. It's beautiful. The river and the other side of the river. It's beautiful. Really nice. So I probably will put more these events together, these trips. Probably I will just. We will give hints to another neighborhoods, because we want to, and my idea to put one of the trips come out of the battleship was with the intention now that everybody can just drive there, and but probably would be a good idea to have those trips leaving those the early buildings that we have around the city, and you know, they could take advantage if we bring the trolleys right to their door and we bring them back home, you know. So it's really nice. So
well, anything else going on there besides that?
we need another half an hour.
Yeah, I know.
We need another half an hour. We just came the last weekend from New York. I always have a good time in New York.
Yeah, sounds great.
That's how we fundraise the money to pay the projects from Fonseca School.
Okay.
You know, they have the center. They have Thursday nights and Friday nights. They have movie nights and they have reading nights and game nights where the parents go there with the kids. And that's how we pay. And I got another $400 invoice. That's how we pay for the
trips, right?
for the sodas and for whatever the kids eat there. So it is a good thing to good way to fundraise and to give back to the community, to give back to the kids.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
I think we almost done. And we have to thank.
Thanks, Nicole.
A
little quiet
Nicole.
today.
Well, you didn't have too many questions for me, Dad. You kind of live with me, so you kind of know all the answers to the questions, don't you?
And we talk a lot, so I don't have
We
questions
talk a lot,
for you.
yeah. You don't have any questions for me. I'm known, right?
But it was good to have you here, and I have to say in public that that's what we need. We need more young people like yourself getting involved.
And Anthony.
And
Anthony.
Yes.
Can't leave him
Young
out.
people getting involved, because one day when we're not here, we will rest in peace, knowing that we have somebody after us that's going to take care of our neighborhoods.
Exactly.
You know, so
That's the only thing I would say.
very good.
Get more young people involved.
Okay.
Even if they don't, think that they can't make a difference, they can make a difference.
They
so.
can. They can.
Okay.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nick.
John,
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
well,
you.
Thank you.
and we will see you next week again here, next Tuesday, same time, same channel. Thank you.
Have a good night.